Three.
And we're live here. What's up, everybody? And we're back again at the Hemp
Back from
Hour
the
here.
dead.
Back from the dead. A lot of great stuff has happened. The clowns have returned.
Yes.
Uh,
The circus
so
is
you know.
back in town.
So what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the clown, or do you want to talk about Jared Leto? Which one do you want to talk about here?
Let's talk about the pink elephant in the room. Get it out of the way.
That's gonna be like a half hour right there. Just talking
Oh
about
my God. I mean, at this point, I'm just like, after he pulled that card, for a second there was a part of me that was like, holy shit, did that really happen? And then the more I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute, surely this would have come out a lot fucking sooner, And
then
then
the first thing he would have talked about.
exactly, right? Like that's your fucking lead out right there, And surely somebody else would have talked about it, I mean, that's in today's day and age, you can't get away with shit like that. I mean,
right?
That's crazy. And if you think about it, Whedon actually let Joe Morton, Cyborg's dad, he let him live. So if you think about it, he kind of did him better than he did in the Snyder Cut because he dies. We all know he dies.
That's pretty interesting.
Mm.
But for those of you who don't know what we're talking about Ray Fisher coming out and saying every executive on Justice League was racist for cutting his character and cutting minority characters.
And changing the color of the ones who survived.
It's absolutely ridiculous on every level. I think just yesterday or earlier today, Josh Whedon's representatives came out and completely denied it. And I think Forbes had to take down the article.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I think something like that happened. Because it's on the line of slander now and like defamation.
Yeah.
They're calling people racist. Yeah,
it's getting into legal territory now. I mean, like real court legal, not fucking social media court.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, I can't believe how many people are like buying into it the second like that Forbes article dropped. Because like really, like Josh Whedon's racist. Like really, like. Like Jeff, all these people are just like super racist in private, Like, come on now, like this is not. We're not in the 1970s and 60s here.
I know, right? That's like Whedon and Johns both produced, big, Cyborg wouldn't even be in the Justice League if it wasn't for Jeff Johns.
Yeah. And what about this? Like, didn't Ray Fisher complain about Jeff Johns gloating about having a new Cyborg? So
I didn't get that far.
No, you remember when he was gloating? Like that's what Ray Fisher said, right?
Oh.
Like Jeff Johns was gloating about having a new Cyborg. Well, then how's he racist? He's happy about having this other black actor playing it, and not you.
He's not a diva.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you call race, I think people have forgotten what that word means. I mean. If it was a racist thing, then everybody would hate the other Cyborg too. And from what I hear, that's the one everybody loves, the one on Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, man. The world has gone insane.
A big old mess. And I just can't believe it took him this long to play the race card. Honestly, what Star Wars fan here? He's Star Wars fans in here. We got worried out. If only Whedon. Wait, if it's only Whedon, I don't really care. He needs definite proof. Not when most characters happen be cut dark skin tone. Yeah, I don't believe that whole thing about. Yeah, Ray definitely needs proof about any of this. And if you read the Forbes article, he says that he heard from somebody else that they were having racist conversation. So it's not in firsthand. It didn't happen to Ray Fisher.
He didn't even know about it when he started this shit. This is something he found out after all that. He just found out
about it like this year. Like it's not what he's mad about. Like it's not why he started this.
Yeah, that's why he's waited until now to say it, because he didn't know till now. I mean,
it didn't matter for 3 years until now. I mean, like it's just getting worse and worse for Ray Fisher. It looks like
it really is.
Like he keeps digging this hole. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's getting horrible. I mean, anyway, but I've seen other people, I won't name anybody, but they're a visual effects kind of person, talking about they can see where the skin tone has changed. And I'm like, all right, for one, I'm just not gonna say anything. But two, if anybody's skin tone changed, it was probably because of the lighter of because remember, this all looked like a Zack Snyder movie before Whedon got it. Everything got lighter, not just skin tones.
Yeah, the whole like, do you remember the Superman scene where he's fighting them in the courtyard? It's supposed to be at nighttime. They changed it to daytime. That's like how easily they could change like fucking lighting and tone and shit like that.
I know, right? And it's not like, what are you gonna do? Just cut out around the people in the whole scene whenever they're lightening it up and stuff? I mean, come on, people.
They do this on every film, and if you read like Whedon's spokesperson, they really like get into detail about that. They're like, they go through all these different changes in post production and everything. So like, it's not a racist thing; it's a movie thing. You know what I'm saying? There's no chance in hell somebody in the editing bay was just like, we gotta change the color of this black person. You know, like there's no fucking way. You know, if anything, they're like, we got to make it lighter so we can see their face or something like that. You know, or like, this white person's too bright, so we got to lower that brightness down so we can see their face. There's that kind of shit going on here.
Yeah. And see, I was actually looking at the picture, the article with Ray Fisher next to Joss Whedon, and like it's a fucking Rocky fight or something. You know. And then you look at the picture of him as Cyborg. His skin tone actually looks darker as Cyborg than it does in real life. So
did they make him darker on purpose?
I don't know where anything's going anymore, man. It's like they throw this. It's like yelling fire in a theater and just seeing what happens.
This guy makes an excellent point that I was trying to point out on Twitter, but people were beating me to it. That's like Ray Fisher also said they cut out minority characters, because they're racist, but they still cut out Willem Dafoe. You cut out you cut out Darkseid, who was voiced by a white guy.
Yeah.
You cut out fucking
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. Those scenes were cut.
Jeez.
It's like 30 different people were cut from this movie. You can't just like say just the minorities were cut, because everybody was fucking cut. It was like a 4 to 5 hour movie that was cut down to 2 hours. You think some people are gonna get cut? Like a lot of them are gonna get cut.
Even it's more than that, really, because it was a 4 or 5 hour movie that probably got cut down
like 3.5,
30 minutes, and then everything else was reshot by Whedon.
Oh yeah. That's what we're talking about, the reshoots. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, everybody got cut. and well, I was just gonna say, I saw this other guy do a video on the article, and he makes a great point about how in the original movie, he was supposed to be kind of the star, I guess, and so he saves the day, he does that. And so for him, this being his first like big role ever, it's like, I was supposed to be the star of this movie. Now y'all gonna cut me back to a supporting role. And so now I'm pissed. And it's leaning more and more towards the drama queen every time I hear a story on this. So,
and it's crazy, because like every time we get some news about the Snyder Cut, like literally a few days later, Ray Fisher says something about something, trying to like take some attention away from the Snyder Cut, because literally right before this happened, Jared Leto was announced as the Joker in Justice League, which is just mind blowing. Like, because he was never in the original like Justice League movie, not once. So they're adding completely new shit, which is great. I mean, we're gonna get a longer movie with more shit in it. That's great.
And you got to know, if they're doing all these not reshoots, but if they're doing all this additional photography and everything, we're getting that fucking awesome death scene that they were talking about. Everybody was going to lose their minds over. So it's just like, if we're going this far, if we're getting Leto back and whatever the fuck Deathstroke's name is, Joe Magnolia. I never can get his name right. But they're both coming back. We've already seen or heard, what that scene was supposed to be. So we're getting that. And I mean, Jesus Christ, if we're getting that, we got to be getting the other scene. I mean, shit's about to go fucking to the wall. He's shooting all his bullets. God damn it, he is firing all his bullets.
He's getting another chance to do it, right? So like he's going to shoot as much as possible. He's getting like 70 million or something. This guy keeps bringing up some great takes here. Did you notice he brought up Toby Emmerich for the first time? Dude, I noticed that.
I haven't seen that name in a while.
Because you remember the original Ray Fisher tweet? He said like Josh Whedon, Jeff Johns, and John Burdick, and others. The others was Toby Emmerich. I think that was fucking obvious from the get-go that it was Toby Emmerich the whole fucking time. He just has vendettas against these people. I think that's what it is.
I think it's getting more and more personal for him, and like the longer this goes, and not everybody is on his side. You know, I don't know.
I mean, it's when you look at like the retweets and the likes on his posts, it's like the same amount of people, like over and over. So it's not really breaking like into a new crowd here.
Oh God. Yeah, and these people, like the longer you try to show them truth, it's like I almost had one. I almost had one day. I was like, holy shit, I think this dude is finally starting to see the light. And then he came back with immediate fucking like stupid fucking tweet, and I was like, fuck it. Done. I'm done, man. I'm just done. These guys have their minds made up. And even though they won't say it, they know what they want done. They want them ripped from the industry.
Fired. Never have a job again. That's what they want.
That's what they want. And they're just not fucking ballsy enough to say it. So
yeah. And it's what Ray Fisher wants. That's what he said in that Forbes article. He's like, essentially, he doesn't want those people to work again. That's essentially what he said. Yeah. So he wants to cancel them.
Cancel culture.
And people think this is not a cancel culture.
Yeah.
Dude, like, come on. They're having racist conversations. He heard somebody else say that they're having. Come on. Like, like, dude.
This dude who knows this other dude told me about this dude.
Like, have an audio recording. I think that would be great. Man. I mean, that would be fantastic if you had some kind of audio recording. Then I would totally buy it. I would totally, if I heard somebody say something like this. Yeah. But you can't even tell me what the racist conversations were. Like, you can't even tell me like what they said. I can't buy it. I can't buy it. It's somebody screaming, the race card.
Yeah.
Like 3 years after the fact. Like, if you did this like a month after the movie come out, like maybe I believe you. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just hard to believe it.
First year, I'd go so far to come out the first year and be like, all right, man, look, I'm finally away from this. Like a fucking escape from a cult victim. Like I'm free to come up with the clothes all raggedy and shit. And you're like just escaped out of a basement somewhere. Yeah, but come on, man.
But let's talk about that Leto returning as Joker, because I think that was like some big shit. That was like, dude, no one thought he'd ever be Joker again.
That was spoiler shit. That was straight up spoiler shit.
It was spoiler. Like that would have been a huge shock to see that in the movie. Where's Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern? Coming, I guess. I guess it's coming. It has to be coming there. But yeah, I mean, like that opens the door for the air cut for sure. Yeah. Like, because you have 30 more minutes of Joker footage in that movie. What are you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's up, Sci-Fi Dragon? Haven't been ignoring you. Just
Sci-Fi Dragons this year.
But anyway, that would have been a fucking mind hole explosion if we'd have seen that for the first time watching it. And I'm kind of like you. At first, I was like, okay, it's got to be that scene that we all know about, blah blah blah. But then
him killing Robin, is that one?
No,
Joker killing. We're not talking about flashback, or are we talking about nightmare stuff?
Nightmare. That's the one. I think that or there was what was that big rumor that Joker broke Luthor out of jail?
Yeah, there was something like that, but I think there's no way. It's not just no way. I think it's like Deathstroke breaking him out or something like that. It's got to be. Okay, I don't know. We're all guessing at this point. Nobody knows. Garza, all of them, they have no idea.
And I'd like to keep it that way for as long as possible. Yeah. But the only way to do that is to fucking just disconnect from the internet for the next year. So,
Sci-Fi Dragon really doesn't like Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. I want to be a new character. Well, you can have all the bad takes you want. Ryan Reynolds coming back as Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? He's coming back.
Do we know that for sure? Or is that still like conjecture?
It's a Garza rumor. It's a Garza.
Okay. I thought Garza was the one I didn't want to say it though.
Did I like Suicide Squad? People dislike. I didn't hate the movie. Like people say it's this god awful movie, but I agree. Like it wasn't like horrible. It was solid. It was fun to watch. The music was entertaining. And you know what? Like Leto's Joker, I get it. Like I don't need to see more. I like his Joker. Like I hate that cop out that people like. I gotta see more of Leto's Joker before I like it. Like what more do you gotta see? He's in the costume. He has the voice. He's acting like the Joker. Like what more do you need? Like it's ridiculous. Like he's a great Joker, and it's clear you can see that. I would love to see that 30 minutes of extra footage they have with Joker or whatever. And that's since he's going to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League, it opens the door for the air cut for sure. So I guarantee we're gonna get the air cut now.
Oh, you think Deathstroke will show up in the air cut?
Deathstroke? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I know the whole Steppenwolf stuff that might happen if they're gonna go back and reshoot stuff.
Well, yeah, if they're gonna
if
they're gonna give them money to shoot, but that's gonna have to be like, well, you can put Parademon shit over the fucking Power Ranger baddies, I guess, and
it's only CGI. I mean, you could add CGI to any existing scenes and it'll make it look fine. But
true. But anyway, let me talk about these before I forget. But Ryan Reynolds, I would like to see him back just because he's fucking Ryan Reynolds, and I want to see more of him and see what he does with the character.
Yeah.
And ditto for Leto's Joker, because I got to see more. I mean, so far I'm just seeing this thugged out version, and it's like, okay, I got to see more of like his stuff, what they had going, because I don't know. I'm hung up on Ledger. All right, everybody knows.
Would you compare Leto's Joker to the '98 Godzilla to Godzilla? Do you see what he's trying to say here? You see this guy trying to say?
It's two different Jokers. Two different Jokers. Two different Godzillas.
But the '98 Godzilla ain't Godzilla. Like, it's not even close though. Like, it's not even. You know. But the Leto Joker, he acts like the Joker. I mean, it's not like a fucking big different take here. Oh, dude. Those growls, that laugh he has, it's so Joker.
Well, it's not so much about the mannerisms as it is the story.
That's a huge part. That's a huge part of his
mannerisms. Oh, yeah, the mannerisms are awesome, but as far as the story goes, it just, I don't know. He just gets taken out too easy, and like, I don't know. I can't. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But anyway, I would like to see Ryan Reynolds come back and prove everybody wrong. Maybe with a different director. You know, as far as Godzilla '98 goes, yes, it is a huge Jurassic Park ripoff, because that was what was big at the time. And they probably...
Yeah, I think Godzilla came out in like '93 or '94, something like that.
Oh, the first teaser was Godzilla's foot going through a T-Rex skeleton. And that was their big teaser. And it's like, whoa! And, but yeah, you can tell it's like they took a fucking raptor and T-Rex CG model and kind of put it together. But like I said, at the time, I've grown up. I mean, when I was a kid, I was watching Godzilla movies on TV, and it was the dude in the rubber suit, and it just used to piss me off that Godzilla never got a proper monster design. You know what I mean? Because watching it back then, it's fake as fuck. All right. But so whenever '98 Zilla came out, it was fresh, noon. It was like, holy shit, look at this mother. I was pissed that we didn't get the fucking radioactive breath. They tried to cheat it a couple of times with the exploding cores and him blowing, I was like, it's not good enough.
And if you watch Final Wars, I think it's called, is it Final Wars Godzilla? They totally destroyed the '98 Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
They fucking like a little...
I'm unpopular opinion, guys. So I'm used to, my heroes getting attacked. It's fine. I've made my peace with it. But at the time, they went a little far with all the little Zilla babies. I was like, all right, now we are in Jurassic Park. I mean, like, for real. It was too much, just like it. If I was to do a fan edit, I would cut that out.
Would you say Leto's Joker's worse than that Godzilla or something like that? I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case.
I've never compared the two like that. I'd have to sit down and watch.
I get where sci-fi. I get where he's making the comparison though, because it's like they're radically different versions of the same character for sure. I get the comparison.
Oh yeah, definitely. But see, maybe the reasons why I liked the '98 Zilla when he came out, and the age I was and all that, might be, some of the same reasons you like this Joker, more than Ledger's and whatnot. Because I don't know.
I didn't say I like it more than Ledger's. I didn't say it's good. let's not get overboard here.
Anyway, but I don't know. His scene could be anything at this point. I'm thinking it's the nightmare scene. If it is, that's a lot of nightmare stuff we're going to be getting, because we get that one scene that we've seen in the trailer where the Joker card is floating in the wind like he's dead.
I think that's what I think. I think he's dead in that nightmare scene. Like, people are saying like Joker teams up with Batman in the nightmare scene.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're getting that from. Like, why would that be a thing?
That could be the aftermath, maybe. Like maybe we get a nightmare flash for whatever reason, because the last one was a dream, unless they're going to make it another dream sequence. Or it's going to be an after credit thing. I don't know.
Can you imagine Batman teaming up with the Joker after he kills Robin?
Oof.
You know, I don't care what the circumstances are.
Desperate
you know what I'm saying?
Times, man. Desperate
like Batman
times.
would never team up with the Joker.
Snyder's the ballsy kind of fucking writer director that would do something like that just to show you how intense the situation has gotten. That fucking Bruce has to team up with fucking killer of his fucking sidekick. I mean,
I think Zack Snyder needs to team up with some kind of comic book writer. Maybe somebody named Jeff Johns. I don't know. Maybe he needs to team up with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Johns.
You can't just do that.
Johns has already done this, didn't it? Didn't he have something to do with Injustice?
I know it had Justice, but they collaborate on BVS and Justice League, so it's not like all this stuff's coming out of thin air. What does this guy say? After a dead Dick Grayson, I don't think. Why would Joker team up with Batman? That's why I don't get about a lot of these people saying it's the nightmare scene. I really think it's going to be a flashback to him killing Robin or something like that, because that's the one thing we haven't gotten. Like, they've talked about it in BVS, and they talked, like, there was a little talk of it in Suicide Squad, but we never seen it. Now would be a good time since they're shooting new scenes. I would like to see it. Like, enough talking about it. I want to see it. Yeah.
I've been wanting to see it since BVS. Since I watched BVS, I was pissed that we didn't get the Batman, because I was going to be even more pissed if they didn't have a flashback to it in that one, or if it wasn't the main plot, But and there was talk at one time that wasn't Zack Snyder's son cast as Robin, but that was a rumor.
Oh yeah, I think that was a rumor.
This was way back a few years ago.
That was way back when they were filming BVS, wasn't it? Like, that was way back then.
I didn't read it until after.
That's when, like, the headstone of Dick Grayson, that's when that, like, supposedly leaked, but you couldn't really see if it was Dick Grayson on the headstone. I don't know.
You can now. I checked it.
They cleared up all those pixels now. You can see it. But yeah. What was this guy saying? But Leto's Joker is not as good as Jack, Heath, or Joaquin, but Leto just needed a couple of those I'm gonna make this pencil disappear scenes. Oh yeah, dude. I feel like they're there though in Suicide Squad. I feel like there's those Joker scenes you're talking about in Suicide Squad that they cut out. There's got to be some fucked up shit that they cut out for the ratings or something like that. Was Suicide Squad rated R, or was it rated PG-13? Was it R?
I think it was R.
Man, that's something I don't know. If it was R, you got it right there. Holy shit!
Well, wait a minute. It came out in theaters PG-13. I've got the
extended cuts are then.
Yeah, extended cuts unrated. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Maybe they did cut out some fucked up Joker scenes. There had to have been one. They did. There had to have been some. Yeah.
With 30 minutes missing, I mean, there's got to be something fucked up. At least one thing,
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see the fucked up shit that they do.
Mm-hmm. But, like, how overblown is this Zack Snyder Justice League movie getting?
Man.
Like, how many characters are we getting? Is he just building up, like, cliffhangers to lead to other seasons and other, like, episodes? Like, are we going to get a definitive end to this movie? Probably not. And it's going to he's going to keep stringing us along for, like, a decade, like, following this fucking movie.
Well, I mean, if he gets a green light, to do the other two movies, we're looking at what, 4 to 6 years.
Easily.
Before we get the last one. And
that's not what I signed up for, man. I signed up to get this movie. I signed up to see what the original movie was that they already filmed.
And I'm not, I'm really not knocking that. I mean,
no,
if I was in better health, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But I'm getting pretty old.
Might not make it. We might not make it.
I might never get to see the fucking last episode. We'll have like a fanboys movie where we fucking drive to Zack Snyder's house so I can see the last movie before I die. What?
Yeah, hopefully we get the whole story. The problem is we don't know how long that whole story is. Is the whole story just going to keep, like, he's just going to get a new idea and just going to keep going with the story? Keep going with the story. I don't know. It depends how successful it is, right?
Yeah. Well, if he does get to continue it, what are they exactly? Is it Justice League 2 and 3, or is it Justice League 2 and in some other movie?
2 and 3, right?
Okay, all right. If that's the case, then they're probably not going to shoot that insane scene for this movie. That would be in part 2, wouldn't it? The Lois scene.
Dude, I thought that's how he was going to end the first movie, like Lois dying by Darkseid.
See, wasn't
that the idea?
I don't.
And then they didn't even film that. They took it out of the script.
Yeah, they would have had to because they were. Because that's why they had to rewrite the script, was because that scene was there, right? I think so. Damn, I have to go back.
They rewrote it before they shot it. What makes all this added footage like super interesting is that they're adding stuff they never even fucking wrote. They're like writing new stuff, and it wasn't a part of the original plan. That's one thing that's like holding me up about this. It's like for 3 years we're fighting for this like movie that was there, and now we're getting something completely different and new. And I kind of still want to see what they originally had.
I still think it's going to be an Easter egg. Like, I think we're going to get our box set, our Justice League fucking set that has the series, the movie, and the original Snyder Cut that's in black and white.
Black and white director's cut.
Yeah.
I would love that. I'd buy all those different versions, honestly.
Unfinished CGI and all. Like, I want to see that shit, and I want to shove it right in somebody's stupid face at Collider. That's what I want to do with it.
Yeah. I mean, the Collider's done, aren't they? They don't even have any shows going, right? Their Collider video thing's like over.
They do. They're more into the deep fake stuff now. Like, I think they've got something going with that. And I saw somehow a recommended came up for the Schmodown, so I guess they're still doing that. It's probably all going to be like a Zoom meeting or something, though. but I don't know. I know fucking Joe Rogan. Oh, my God. I watched that.
Oh, yeah. Who else watched the Alex Jones Joe Rogan podcast? That was hysterical.
Oh, my God.
That was great.
Tim was quiet that first hour until he finally got in his stride, though.
Jones was cracking him up so bad, like halfway through that. Like, he says like crazy like conspiracy thing, and like Tim Dillon would just start laughing. Like, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, he was antagonizing Joe. You could tell it. Like, anything Alex would come up with, fucking Tim would just throw it right back at fucking Joe, and Joe's like, both of y'all chill the fuck out.
Those are the best Rogan podcasts by far when Alex Jones is there. It's the best ones, for sure.
Yeah, Tim was talking about how he was a fucking like a wish come true kid sitting next to Alex Jones, talking about how he used to go to sleep listening to him and stuff. I'm like, wow, I did not realize that.
He wants a new Superman movie, bring Cavill back as Supes, reboot in the Pattinson-verse. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I really think that might happen. There's no way Robert Pattinson's just going to be by himself in his own universe, especially if it takes off and becomes everybody's favorite Batman. There's no way they're just going to leave it there. They're going to add a Superman. Hopefully, it's Henry Cavill. But there was a lot of rumors that there's a new guy playing Superman in that Robert Pattinson universe. A lot of different shit's happening.
Do they have a name yet in the rumor, or is it just saying that they're going to cast somebody else?
There was this rumor of this like young actor that looks just like Henry Cavill. Like, it looked like a fucking like same fucking person almost. And everyone was like, "This is definitely Superman." You remember? I think I showed you that, didn't I?
Get the kid from Man of Steel that played young Clark. He's about how long ago was that?
2013. Yeah, he's probably like 20 years old, but like 21 by now. He's gotta be.
Fucking get him on the Zack Snyder training fucking diet and put him in there with Pattinson.
Wasn't Gordon originally supposed to be dead along with Dick Grayson and Alfred? In the nightmare scene? Maybe. If that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I guess in the nightmare scene, but I don't know about if the actual, the actual timeline here. That's another character that was cut out of Justice League. A lot. It was Gordon. Oh yeah. Like a lot of his scenes were cut.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know Commissioner Gordon was a minority here. He must be like some kind of like Irish or something. That Mick bastard. That Mick bastard.
We're proud people. I'm
Oh,
half Yeah, my dad's dad came over on a boat. That's how half Irish I am. Jesus Christ. And here I am drinking every fucking episode.
It's genetics here. It's the genetics. Yep. But yeah, man, lots of exciting stuff happened. You know, I was gone for like a month, and all this shit happens like a week. This week, nothing really happened during the month. Just like the last week, all this shit happened.
Let's see, what came out first? I think the Leto announcement came out first.
Yeah, that was like the first.
And Joe, they came in with him, and then Snyder released a picture of the sound clipboard from Justice League from the shoots they're doing. And then Ray Frazier.
Oh yeah. Which was like nice. That thing looked like it cost like $1,000 to put together.
It looked like it was made out of
half the budget right here in this goddamn board here.
It's like it's made out of glass. I mean, it's the Knight Rider of fucking sound fucking boards. Shit.
It looked nice. It looked like compared to the actual one they used in Principal. It looked good. Yeah, it's just so shocking how much money they gave Zack Snyder. Like they gave him enough to make a whole another fucking movie here.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Wild that they did that.
Yeah, they gave him more money than he had. No, never mind.
No, he definitely had more the first time around. But still, like $100 million roughly is what he's getting. Roughly, it's like $70 to $100 million. Is what he's getting for these reshoots.
How much was the budget on Dawn of the Dead?
Not nearly that. I think it was like less than 60. Like I know 300 was $60 million. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah. He can make a whole sequel to 300 if you want.
That's probably what they're doing. They're making entirely new scenes. They're shooting right now, by the way. I think they're all shooting right now. So I don't know how long it's going to take.
I saw Mighty Pegasus's, he sent a picture out where he's like, come find me or something. And he's at some like little diner or something. And it's like, wow. Fucker. Yeah. I'm so jelly. I'm jealous as fuck.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's superhero movies are not cheap. They're not cheap at all.
No, they're not.
He spares no expense. Dawn of the Dead budget was around $28 million. Yeah, right. Yeah. Super cheap, like dirt cheap. Yeah. When you're thinking about it, they only had to rent out a mall. That's all they had to do.
And I think it was an abandoned mall or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, all they do is put the set dressing on that mall, and that was like pretty much it. And hire the makeup for the zombies. By the way, have you ever seen the special edition of Dawn of the Dead?
The only one I watch. Like
they have these bonus features where like they act like the zombies are real. Like it's
the whole newsreel, dude.
Yeah.
The guy that played that, a lot of people might not know who that is, but he was on Babylon 5, the sci-fi series from the 80s, for the whole fucking course of the series. He was the doctor. And here he is on my DVD player. Like, I was big back in the day when DVDs first came out, and they had all these special features and unrated and director's cut.
Double discs and stuff.
Yeah. So I would always I was one of those people who was always going through the menus looking for the Easter eggs, you know. But yeah, like I've been watching that ever since it first came out, and the commentary is awesome to watch. It's Zack Snyder, and where he's just young and fucking just off the wall.
They stayed in character too for like a lot of it. I think that was hysterical. Like he's like the zombies get a little bitey on set. That was like the funniest stuff.
Rockstar.
What's up, Tony? Yeah, I know, guys. I'm back. It's been like a month. I get it. I'm back. You think I was going anywhere? I just need a little R&R. Okay, a little R&R here. BlackRock. You're on my DMs on Twitter. Snyder's probably going to be best known for director's cuts. He's already known for that. That's his MO, man. He makes movies way too long. They get cut down in theaters, and he comes out with director's cut. That's his MO.
Even the people who aren't Snyder fans who make videos about all this Justice League stuff, that's usually one of the things that they lead with is that Snyder, he's known for his director's cuts. You know? And
yeah, I think Man Reborn, I think that is true. There was a lot more like fan service in BVS. And when you think about it, like I think they cut out a lot of it because it's just not, congruent with the story they're telling, right? It's not like it's just like little Easter eggs and stuff. I feel like that's why a lot of the characters were cut out in Justice League, like the Atom, Ryan Choi. Like, why do you need that character at all in the movie, other than fan service, right? Because he's not going to be in the Atom suit. It's not going to be like this fucking. It's just going to be name drop Ryan Choi. Like that's unless he's going to do something else with this added footage. And he's going to actually add like superheroes that weren't there.
Some kind of experiment or after scene shot where like maybe after the fight in Star Labs, a piece of the mother box gets stuck to, or like a piece of shrapnel hits him or something. I don't know. I mean, it could. Zack Snyder can do anything with that shit. I mean, it's literally go anywhere.
We already saw in the trailer they're killing Cyborg's dad, Silas Stone. Like they spoiled that in the trailer. Yeah. Like, goddamn, you have to show that. But yeah, man, that completely changes a lot of things in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be exciting to watch. We're gonna watch it live on the channel, by the way. We're gonna watch it as it's streaming. We'll be watching it. Get our reactions to it.
I hope I can, man. HBO Max is still not available on Roku. It's
really?
Yeah, and like we can watch the other HBOs, but you still can't watch stuff that are exclusive to HBO Max.
Well, they're having a sale right now. I think it's like $12 a month or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Down from $15 to $12.
Hey, we've been subscribed. She actually looks at it on her phone and shit at work, so she can actually watch it on her phone. We can all watch it on, but yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. But so it's Halloween. What's up? What's your Halloween plans?
My Halloween plans. Oh yeah, dude. I was gonna go hang out at a festival, but I instead got a little mask. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it that much. What do y'all think?
It looks like the Johnny Depp Caribbean of the Pirates version of Michael Myers' mask.
Right? It is not Michael Myers. The guy who made this fucked me over. All right? Thank God it was only like $40.
It's got kind of a pearl. Yeah, $40. It's got kind of a pearl shimmer to it.
It is trash, though.
Oh, man.
It is trash. I like the hair, though. The hair's pretty good. Hair's pretty good. These eye holes are crap, though.
Yeah, if you sand it down, I'd sand the whole thing down, not bad, but just enough to get that glimmer off of it.
Right? Yeah. It's hot as fuck, too.
You got to poke holes in it so you can breathe.
There's no ventilation in this. But yeah, these eye holes are crap. I got to get that fixed. I feel like I could fix it, though, with a little paint and a little sand it down, like you said.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do for Halloween here?
I don't know yet. I don't know if we're going out of town on a trick or treat or if I'm just going to sit here and do like some kind of watch along or something. I don't know. My day-to-day plans change, but I don't know. I wanted to do a fucking watch along to the Rob Zombie Halloween last weekend, and my computer took a complete shit on me. So that didn't happen.
I'll join you on that. I like that Rob Zombie Halloween. I like it. I love it. Yeah, great movie.
People might get mad. I'm used to it, but I think it's better than Carpenter's. I mean, honestly, I don't even think Halloween is Carpenter's best movie. I think,
and that's the end of the stream. We'll see you on that. I'm fucking with you on that.
Well, The Thing is Carpenter's best movie. I mean,
I wouldn't disagree. I think They Live is his best one, isn't it?
I forgot.
I think They Live might be his best one. It's really close.
Because
Escape from New York.
Yeah, let's see. I was gonna say Escape from New York. Pretty much the Kurt Russell trilogy is my there's my big John Carpenter movies. Big Trouble in Little China. I mean,
I do love his Halloween though. I do love it. Like it's really like it's inspiring for young filmmakers because it was made with no budget. Like there's they had nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had to like pick up the leaves because they only had like so many leaves.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. And you can see people like in the background of that, like in the shots, like crew people, like and they duck out of the camera. It's all through that movie. It's hysterical.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I mean, just because I say it's not my favorite, it doesn't mean I hate it. I'm just saying because that's the movie. Whenever growing up as a kid, like I remember certain scenes because it would be on TV, and there's some certain scenes just for the TV version that I remember that when you go back and watch it now on DVD, they're not in there, and you're like, what the fuck? Like one of them that there's a scene where the nurse is in the car when they're breaking out of the insane asylum, and Michael Myers' hand comes in the camera view right to the window, and then he breaks the window. And for some reason, that scared the shit out of me as a kid, man. It's like part of my nightmare realm now, So, but as far as like story and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know, the evolution of movies in general, I mean, it's like, I don't know, the Rob Zombie Halloween is just like the next step of that. And even the new one, I'm not a big fan of, just because I can't wrap my brain around Jamie Lee Curtis's character becoming Sarah Connor in Terminator 2 over one night, of her life. I mean, it would have been different if they at least kept Halloween 2 in there in the canon, but they didn't. So.
I hate that they got rid of Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is like one of my favorite ones, like the whole series. But yeah, as Sci-Fi Dragon Julian, he knows what people are thinking about these movies, right?
He has his finger on the pulse.
Yeah, but what you gotta know about most people is that they're dumb as fuck. Okay, so they have no idea what they're talking about, because Rob Zombie's Halloween, it honored his movie, and it added to like the backstory. It added to like gave you something to like grasp onto.
Yep.
And what Kal-El said it right here. That Rob Zombie, Michael Myers, is a fucking beast.
Yes, he is.
Like, that is a scary motherfucker. Yeah. Like, I do not want to be like near that fucking guy.
The second he knocks on Big Bear's stall, you look down and those big ass fucking feet covered in mud and hospital fucking sandals, and you're just like, I ought to shit all over the fucking hole right there.
Mikey, I thought we were friends, Mikey.
Oh my! And that right there, you want to talk about great acting? Let's take fucking the guy who's known as Machete,
Trail, man. Yeah.
gives you a straight up scene where you kind of get teary eyed. I mean, I do in that scene whenever he's begging him, and you believe it. I fucking believe him, man. And it's like, oh, your heart fucking drops. You know what I mean?
God, what are you doing, Michael Myers? You're a monster. That guy was the only guy who was nice to you.
Oh, no, Mikey. Oh. Yeah.
Did you hear the Blumhouse is on reboot Friday the 13th? I did not hear that.
I didn't either. I'm open to it.
I'm open to it. I really like the final Killer Cut. What's it called? It's like Friday the 13th Killer Cut. I think it came out like 2000. Like.
Oh, the reboot.
Yeah, the reboot one.
Last reboot one. Yeah, I like that one.
Solid movie.
I love it. Oh, yeah. I love it all the way up until that dumbass ending where he jumps out of the water. If they would have cut it off with him being dead, I'd have totally respected that as a one-shot movie, and it would have been epic, But so you can edit it out.
I still love the ending, him jumping out of the water and like grabbing the girl. That's how it cuts. That's how you have to end every Friday the 13th movie. That's everyone's got to end like that.
That's fanfare.
He's got to jump out of the water and grab somebody. It's black. That's how you got to end it.
They should have made it a dream, though. Like they should have done it like the original Friday the 13th did. I mean,
great movies.
Jason X. I haven't watched that movie in years.
It is fucking hysterical, though. Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Takes Manhattan, and fucking Jason X. They're comedies, dude. They're not meant to be taken seriously. There's no way.
I went and saw Jason Goes to Hell in the theater, and oh my god, it was just like, I guess I was just the right age, man. I was like a little kid in a candy store. I was like, this is fucking awesome. It's not really a horror movie. It was more of an alien movie, because it's going from body to body. We've had The Hunger, or not The Hunger. What was the name of that fucking movie? The Hidden, back in the 80s, that had an alien that did that shit. And so, I don't know, it became more of an alien movie, just like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies became kind of parodies of themselves, Yeah,
Sci-Fi mentioned Freddy versus Jason. That was like a parody of like all the franchises.
I love it too.
It's definitely like a parody, though. It's definitely a parody.
But at that point, Freddy and Jason had kind of become that. So all it was kind of a continuation of that. So I wasn't butthurt about it. I was like, people were like, it's so cheesy. I was like, have you seen these movies? I mean, come on.
Cheesy, yeah. Yeah. I'm a 90s kid, so like the Scream movies are like that's my horror franchise. The Scream ones. I love those. I love that trilogy. That's a sound trilogy. You didn't even need to make a fourth one. But fourth one was still good.
I still haven't seen the fourth one.
It's good. It's good. It's not, Wes Craven directed it too. I mean, like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. Jeremy Johns just finished his Scream review-a-thon for October, and that's like his big. Yeah, he loves fucking Scream. And Bram Stoker's Dracula apparently is like his big fucking like movie center. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of Dracula movies. Funny enough, the Gary Oldman one's probably the only one I've seen really.
Dracula 2000 was actually a great surprise movie. Like if you just go into it not knowing anything about the movie and watching it, it's great. Like it's got an original, it's got a totally original origin story and just all kind of shit. It's goofy. It's kind of in the vein of Scream. It was made after this. That was part of the swath of movies that was trying to copy Scream after it came out.
Oh yeah, like I Know What You Did Last Summer and fucking all those fucking 90s fucking slashers.
And I went and saw all of them in the theater. For Jennifer Love Hewitt's tits became fucking superstars.
Those were the staple of those movies.
Hell yeah.
Frankenstein or Mummy movies? Which ones? I've seen the original Frankensteins and.
Have you seen the one where Robert De Niro plays the Frankenstein?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that.
I love it. That's my favorite one, man. It's called Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and he's got some badass lines in that movie. I mean, I can't remember them word for word right now, but yeah, watch that.
I'm the freaking Frankenstein monster.
No. You don't recognize him. Like he's got all the fucking prosthetics, and whenever he talks, his lips kind of fucked up, so it affects the way he talks. And he said some deep shit. He tells him, he's like, I've got, what is it? I don't know, something about he can have the biggest hate or the greatest love in his heart, depending on what's happened to him or something. You just got to watch it. And it's fucking disgusting. I mean, it's fucking gruesome. It's fucking dramatic. It's got it all. But so it gets a little weird sometimes.
So which horror movie are you going to watch this Halloween? What's the number one horror movie you watch on Halloween?
I can't come up with a number one.
There's tons of them, right?
There's too many. I'll have a number one of a franchise. Like I'll have my favorite this movie, favorite that movie. Like The Mummy. My favorite Mummy movie is the one of Brandon Fraser.
Oh yeah. The trilogy.
Well, the first one. The second one.
I like the one with the what's his Jane Lee or whatever his name.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh really? It's fine. It's good.
Really?
It's not that bad. Okay. It's like an Indiana Jones movie, Okay.
And see that's another, that movie those movies kind of dipped. They dipped hard. And they want to make another one. Let's go.
But those aren't horror. Brendan Fraser's Mummy, that's horror?
No, it's not. But I could never really get behind the Mummy as a horror villain until I watched that movie though. Because it was the first time you actually saw the Mummy with some badass powers. Usually he's just a fucking dead corpse walking at you. I mean, that's it, I didn't even want to see it until I saw the trailer where it showed his face in the sand swallowing the airplane. I was like, are you fucking serious? Hell yeah.
But speaking of like action franchises that are being made right now, you got the Uncharted movie coming out with Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake. I don't know if anybody is aware of like the Nathan Drake character, but Tom Holland doesn't fucking fit it at all. All right, I'm pissed off. All right, I'm sick of people being like, "Oh, look at the way he looks. He looks just like Nathan Drake." Like, motherfucker, he don't sound like him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have his mannerisms. There's no way he's gonna pull this off. You kidding me? Like Nathan Drake's like a man's man, some guy you want to have a beer with. Like Tom Holland is just got out of high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking forward to that at all. Everyone can eat a dick. I'm not looking forward to it.
It looks like they took him out of Nathan Fillion's outfit and shrunk it down for him. There you go. Go watch. That's on YouTube, people. Go Google that shit. That's fucking. It's like what, 20 minutes or 15 minutes or something.
The Uncharted fan film. Yeah.
But
it's so good.
Great.
We're not gonna. I mean, That spoils me, like on what Nathan Drake could be, because Nathan Fillion could do it. He's a little old, but come on, man, CGI makeup, you can make him look a little younger.
Yeah, he'd have to lose weight too. He'd have to lose some weight. He doesn't go a little tubby.
He do.
He couldn't be Malcolm Reynolds. I mean, he'd have to fucking like go through some shit to be able to play Malcolm Reynolds again.
Mark Wahlberg was Sully? Is that official? Is that real? He's Sully? Mark Wahlberg? Is that fucking real? I'm gonna look that up right now. You talk a little bit. Here we go.
Who's Sully? Is Sully like a sidekick or something?
Yeah, Sully's his his sidekick, his mentor, his older mentor here.
Man, whatever happened to Sean Connery? God, I haven't seen his name.
Sean Connery would be a perfect Sully, by the way. That would have been a perfect Sully.
He hasn't been on film in years, though. We don't even know what he looks like anymore. He kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's playing Victor Sullivan. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. He looks like Nathan Drake. Like how are you gonna make Mark Wahlberg look old? Like the dude's always in shape. He always looks fucking young. You gotta make him look old.
CGI can do anything now.
This movie gonna be a fucking mess. This movie's gonna be a mess, dude.
What? God. Who is it? Sony? Oh yeah, okay, all right, yeah, they're gonna fuck it up. I don't know. I like Venom. Venom was a nice surprise.
Yeah, I was surprised how like it wasn't shit. Like it was very close. It was very close.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it, and a buddy was mine. I was like, "Oh man, it's awesome! You gotta check it out." And he's more removed person, so he can actually watch movies and find the good in them. But we haven't heard anything about Venom 2 in a while. Like, is that going to be a direct video thing now, or are they trying to hold out for the theaters to open? Or
everybody's holding out for theaters to open. I mean, we were supposed to see Wonder Woman like 5 months ago, and that's not going to happen this year. I mean, they're saying Christmas, but there's no way, especially with the lockdown still going and stuff. And even next year, like theaters still won't be at 100% capacity for probably like, so 2022 maybe. Like that's what they're looking like. Yeah.
No way.
Because they can't until they have a vaccine. They can't till I
thought we had one. My bad. Check this out. I didn't know this. Apparently, my movie theater is still up and going. A buddy of mine, he had already gotten back to Texas. But he sent me a text, dude, they're playing Dragon Ball Super, whatever movie it was, like right now. I was like, let's go. He's like, I'm back in Texas already. I was like, fuck. So I was like, I would have wanted to watch that. But you don't hear anything about it. Like, it's like it's being suppressed on purpose. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, my theater, they won't let, like, I think more than like 40% capacity in each theater or something like that. Wow. And like when you go buy a ticket, like the seats will be like X'd out and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So that's why. Florida's not completely open right now. But you could still go to like bars and stuff like that. Like
y'all got open bars?
Yeah. They let the Bucks game, right? Football Bucks. They only let about like 10,000 people in the stadium. Something like that. Yeah, 10,000 at 60,000 seat stadium.
Deal. That's a lot of fucking people, man. I don't care how. Yeah, we're all going to stay 6 feet away from each other.
Yeah, because you go out the same exits. Everybody gets bunched up and goes out the same exits. You're going to get just let the whole fucking stadium open. Who cares?
I know, right? It's like
so much revenue. It's ridiculous.
Unless you have somebody who's there keeping people 6 feet apart as they exit the fucking. I mean, it would be insane. You'd have to fucking have a security force to enforce that. I don't know. The whole world's going crazy.
Going crazy. Movies won't be open for like another goddamn year. We won't be able to see Wonder Woman till like Christmas. I don't get it. Just release Wonder Woman on the HBO Max thing.
Might as well.
Make it $30 to buy it. Yeah. I don't fucking care. I'll buy it. Just to watch it.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be wanting to check it out and shit.
Shit.
Oh fuck! I saw the middle of. Yeah, Monster Hunter. I just watched the trailer for it recently. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to be? Because it was like a behind the scenes thing or something.
It's from the guy who directed all those Resident Evil movies. So, and Event Horizon. He also directed Event Horizon. So, there's that. But yeah, apparently, yeah, Monster Hunter movie. The game is not really story driven though, so that's like one of the things I don't get. Like, why are they making a movie about this? Like,
Because they
what?
can put their own story in there, whatever they want.
Like the World of Warcraft movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Well, you know what movie I'm waiting on. I want to see Fat Man so fucking bad. I can't wait.
Dude, did everyone see the Mel Gibson Santa Claus movie? Oh my god.
Oh my God, you just spoiled it for him. Damn.
Hysterical.
I told my moon baby about it. I was like, you have to watch this trailer. Because I quit showing her. She got sick of me showing her comic book shit, you know? So I'm like, look, this isn't any of that. I was like, you have to watch this. What's it about? I can't tell you. You just have to watch it. And we were watching it, and as soon as she realized it was Santa Claus, she was like, are you fucking serious? You know, I was like, yeah.
I should have did a trailer reaction to that. That was amazing.
If I would have known, I saw Fat Man, I thought maybe it was a Kevin Smith movie or something.
Right?
I mean,
You know. But yeah, anything else you want to add to this? Any last words on Ray Fisher or Jared Leto? Any last words here?
No. But I do want to talk about that Only God Forgives review you did.
Oh yeah. I watched that movie recently for the first time.
I'd never heard of it.
Never heard of it. The guy who directed Drive and Bronson.
See, I didn't know that was the same guy who directed Bronson did Drive, because I've seen Bronson separately from Drive, and I like them both. But yeah, I didn't never connect that at all. I mean,
that's pretty good start. That's a pretty good start to someone's career, right?
Yeah, fucking Tom Hardy. Oh my god! Anybody who doubts Tom Hardy's acting fucking talent, go watch Bronson.
Yeah. Yes. That's what made me discover Tom Hardy. And that's what got me like super hyped for Dark Knight Rises, because I was like, oh shit, Bronson's in Dark Knight Rises. He's gonna get ripped. He's gonna get ripped.
Yeah. God. But yeah, I had no idea that was connected. And like so I'm thinking about maybe doing a reaction video to that. But the only place they're streaming it has ads.
Yeah, Tubi. I think Tubi's streaming it or something like that.
Well, there's free. There's 4 of them with separate names. They're all the same fucking. It's all the same screen. They're just with a different name in the corner.
But the sad thing about that Only God Forgives is that kind of tanked that director's career, because it was not received well. It didn't make any money at the box office. Critics didn't like it at all, and it doesn't make any sense because the movie's fucking brilliant. Like, it's really shot well. The color contrast is amazing. And so much story is told with like no dialogue. Like fucking half the movie, no dialogue. Wow, it's great.
See, that's fucking art, right there. Man. I mean,
like that's like, what do you critics want? Like, this is like,
yeah,
for you. Like,
what year did it come out in?
2013.
13.
Man of Steel.
Oh yeah, that wiped it out right there. That's the only thing I was worried about all year.
I know. I missed it completely. Yeah. I finally got a chance to watch it though.
Sci-Fi Dragons asked about Pacific Rim.
What's he say, my friend? I mentioned Pacific Rim in the comment review. What do you think of that movie? I like it. The first one, Guillermo del Toro. Did Del Toro direct it or did he produce it?
I have no idea. I watched it, but I think I was expecting a different movie the first time. Like, it feels like.
I was expecting giant monsters fighting giant robots. That's what I was expecting. That's what I got. You know, I was liking it.
To me, this felt like the third movie of a trilogy. You know, it feels like there should have been 2 movies before the one we saw. You know, the introduction movie with the fucking monsters, and then the second movie you actually get like the first fucking rollout to the fucking, or the end of the first movie you get the first fucking, like, you know, Jägermeister to fucking fight these monsters. They could have come up with a different name. They really could have.
100%. 100%. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro directed it. The sequel was wasn't directed. I was saying the sequel wasn't directed by del Toro. You could definitely tell. That's John Boyega's in the sequel. I never saw the second one. I don't know why. I just never got around to it. I might watch it one day, but yeah, that first one was good. Like, the CGI was so good, and there's these rain scenes, and they're fighting these monsters in the rain, and it looks so goddamn good. Like,
the technicalities of it too. They're in the effects too. They're talking about it takes 6 diesel motors to move one muscle, and you're just like, God damn, that's got to be a heavy motherfucker. I mean, it's like it adds a new depth to it, I guess.
Forbes did remove those Ray Fisher quotes, and that has a lot to do with Josh Whedon's lawyers getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because Josh Whedon's like no one else lawyers are getting involved except for Josh Whedon. I think that's funny.
Probably because this whole thing, it's like, okay, let him throw his little fit, let him throw his little tantrum. Ain't none of it fucking, real or sticking or whatever the case is. But now he wants to sling something like this at him. He's like, all right, fun's over. All right. Because Whedon has been fucking with lawyers back since, especially Firefly. I mean, he had some fucking lawyer activity going on for all that shit. And so he's probably had these motherfuckers on standby. He just holds them back until he needs them. And this was definitely a fucking mudsling to the face. And so they're like, all right, dude, enough's enough. And so now I'm kind of curious to see what comes out in the next couple of days.
Ray Fisher was supposed to say something today, right? Didn't somebody say he was supposed to say something like today?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I bet it'd be the same shit. It's like it'd be like these guys. This is what they do. You gotta call them out on their shit. Like, really, dude?
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Yeah. Ray's been reading his fucking How to Create a Cult book. I mean, he's been fucking reading overtime on it.
Guys, yeah, like fucking slogans. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get over. Yeah, that people can't recognize a slogan when they see it. Accountability greater than entertainment. Like, this is something to brainwash you. It's something to get you fucking.
It's a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt.
That's shit like Hitler did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nobody wants to look at that. And if you point it out, they get ugly about it. So,
are you saying accountability doesn't matter?
I know, right?
No, I'm saying he's only doing it to trick you.
I was watching this. Well, the same guy who did the other video I was talking about earlier, when his first time he covered this, he was just a boss about it. Accountability over entertainment. Fuck that. I want my entertainment. Fuck accountability.
Right?
Fuck yeah, big dick power.
and what lasts longer in the end game? Really, like the entertainment lasts forever, right?
It does.
No one gives a fuck about who made it. Like at the end of the day.
Oh my god. Fucking okay. Have you ever seen the Beastmaster?
No. Beastmaster. What? No.
Yeah, from the 80s, early, like 81, 82, something like it's one of those cult movies. Anyway, every animal in that movie got killed so many fucking times because, they were dyeing the fucking animals with black fucking dye. And they killed they killed Bengal tigers. They killed eagles. They killed ferrets. That movie today. But it's a fucking classic, man. It's a fucking classic.
Were they held accountable for their actions there?
Probably not. Nobody gave a shit back then.
Nobody gave a shit.
But now
the people who made Cannibal Holocaust were they held accountable for their actions?
What about? Oh shit! I just had a brain fart. God, there's so many things people don't want to know though, because I hate to say it, but one day. 15, 20 years from now, something might come out about Zack Snyder. What are y'all gonna do then?
Yeah, by that point, it's like, who fucking cares? This movie's gonna be out.
And I'm not saying that there is, or what. I'm just saying, what if? What if your hero says something tomorrow that pisses you off? Are you gonna just fucking erase everything you ever watched from him in your life? Are you gonna burn the merch?
Like Louis C.K., like he got caught for masturbating in front of girls. I still support him. We made a mistake, man. Move on.
My bad.
He admitted to it, and I think he said he's sorry. Like he asked permission. That's another thing about it. He asked fucking permission for it, and they still gave him shit for it. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
did you see his stand-up special, by the way? His new one?
No, I didn't know he had one.
He has. It's on his website because he can't release it anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
And it's hysterical. He's like, if you ever want to masturbate in front of somebody, ask first, and if they say yes, still don't do it. Still don't do it.
Hell yeah.
That's like
everything's a trap. Everything is a fucking trap now. Let's see. Kubrick. Sci-Fi Dragon talks about Kubrick.
Yeah, Kubrick was an asshole. Famously a dick. Like famously the most difficult person to work with. In fact, every like great movie you've ever seen, it was like a nightmare on set. It's like a nightmare. Like most of them.
Even the one with all the great stories, like Galaxy Quest. Okay.
Yeah.
Harold Ramis was supposed to direct that movie, and so they got all the best everybody from every fucking corner of, you know, special effects and writing and costumes and all this. And then all of a sudden, one day, Harold Ramis said, fuck it, and left. And so everybody's still there, though. And they're like, oh, shit. So there's an interesting story. And I got to say, Collider actually did this documentary on Galaxy Quest that explains all that. But that's like the last cool thing I watched from them. So, but it goes into a lot of, I mean, there was a fucking, there's an entire PG-13 version of that movie where they're cussing left and right. I mean, that we'll probably never see now. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's bad stories on every awesome movie set. I mean, like James Cameron,
yeah, with the Abyss, like Sci-Fi Dragon named the Abyss. Yeah, that's a James Cameron. Yeah, nightmare.
I watched the documentary on that recently, and yeah, people almost died. Fucking Mary Elizabeth Nostromo, she fucking got sick of getting slapped in the fucking face over and over for every take. She left. She was like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." And I can't, you know.
Serenity with Nathan Fillion, Josh Whedon directed. Yeah. He slammed his face on the ground so many times it swelled up and he was bleeding, and he kept going with the scene. Yep. And Johnny's like, "Let's keep going." Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think Ben Affleck said it. He had a famous quote where he's like, "If you're on a movie and you're having a great time making it, that means the movie's going to be shit." Like that was his like famous quote, because he was on those Kevin Smith films. So he's like, "I love making those films. They all did horribly."
But yeah, there was okay, there's a movie from the early '80s called SOB. And it's by Blake Edwards. It's a Blake Edwards movie. He did Pink Panther and a bunch of other shit back in the day. But that movie is telling the story of how a movie studio fucked him over in the early 70s. And if you watch the movie, all the humor aside, it kind of runs a lot like this whole Snyder situation. Like, it's about this guy who made this movie. I mean, it's different, obviously, but the guy made this movie, the movie flopped. He gets this fucking idea to make the movie R-rated, goes back to do reshoots and shit. He has to buy the movie from the studio, so now it's his movie, but they screw him over after he gets it done, and the studio steals his fucking movie. And of course, it ended completely different for him. He died. But, I mean, God, this isn't new. I mean,
I know. It's fucking crazy.
I had a friend of mine back in the 90s, I think, where Tom Cruise was tied up in some deal where they were getting homeless people kicked out of their neighborhood. And they were talking about, I'm not watching a Tom Cruise movie again. He's a sick human being and kicks homeless people out to the curb. And I don't know. It's nothing new to me, I guess.
But yeah, I still can't get over the fact that Ray Fisher played the race card like this many months later.
I know.
Like, right? Why wouldn't that be the first thing you say?
That's always the first thing.
Like, it's so fucked up. It's so
it's a power grab. I mean, it's a Hail Mary. It's a Hail Mary. That's what it is.
That's what it really feels like. Like, no one's buying anything I'm saying. I gotta say like the worst shit now. The racists. They kicked my dog. They kicked my dog. You know what I'm saying? They eat children and babies. Like,
they're insane.
But Ray Fisher said, like in that Forbes article, that it's what I suspected for. Like they cut out my characters for racial reasons. Like so, you already were thinking that, and you found something to back up what you were already thinking. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's. You just fucking, it's great. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's completely what it is. I mean, but yeah, Apocalypse Now had a horror production.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, nightmares, dude. Horror stories.
Yeah. But see, that's just it.
We can go all day with every movie that had horrors, like the worst sets. Terminator Salvation, they have fucking audio of losing his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kidding me?
That poor intern, man. God.
It was the DP. It was the director of photography he was yelling at. We are done professionally, man. We are done. I totally was backing Christian Bale too. Like I'm like 100%. Like, why is he moving around the shot? You should yell at him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember when that shit happened. The first I heard of it was on Family Guy. There was an episode where they played the entire audio with Peter Griffin on the screen. Oh man, I thought it was hilarious. I mean, yeah, and he is still fucking top of the food chain in Hollywood.
Still.
Anyway,
yeah, that's gonna be it for now.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
We go for an hour. This is the Hemp hour, so we're only on for an hour. All right.
Just remember that art is forever. All right.
Art is forever. Nobody really remembers the people that made it, honestly.
Right. Nobody remembers the behind-the-scenes horror stories. They remember the art. That's what, and everybody who makes them or used to realize that shit. It's like, all right, people, I know we've been working for fucking 20 hours. We all need to fucking hit a Coke right now so bad it's fucking draining on us, but we have got to fucking get this.
And Ray's being honest about everything, even about shit he never saw.
Yeah.
He never saw anyone say anything racist, but he's being honest about it. So that's a good thing, right? All right. Well, that's it for now.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye. We'll probably be watching a movie on Shadow Vessel's channel. We can get that Halloween going.
Yeah. What time is it?
Halloween's tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I might do it tonight.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Keep us posted. All right.
And I will have my Hannibal Lecter pipe handy because it's Halloween.
I need to get more than just my Batman.
Yeah, you do. You have options.
I need to get more than Batman here. You can get some maybe a Michael Myers one. That'd be nice. Let me a Michael Myers one.
I can get a Jason Voorhees one.
But anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you all later.
All right, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.